what we experienced in Oyo in the last few days is quite pathetic. It's unfortunate. Oyo shouldn't be. Oyo is the basin of tradition in Yoruba land, and is the heritage of Yoruba land that has values, that appreciate value, that carries so much weight. So if anybody is trying to toy with that, it's really going to, I have no doubt that it's going to backfire. Let me say this. With what has happened in Oyo now, with what is happening now in Oyo, I think Governor Seyi Makinde has placed a huge moral burden on himself that he will live with it for the rest of his life. I pray it grows to maybe 70, 80, 90 when he reflects, and he will regret the decision he has taken. Because I have not seen, even if you want to rewrite history, you want to rewrite tradition, this is not the best way to rewrite it. Having said that, there are a couple of things that were wrong because there were gross violation of both the custom, tradition, and even law. Because Oyo traditional chieftaincy law, is governed by 1961 declaration.
All right. And
2000 Oyo state chief laws. These laws spelled out details of who and who should do what are the roles. It talks about the role of the ruling houses. It talked about the role of the Oyomesis, the kingmakers. It talks about the role of the government. So this legal framework provided what is expected of every component. For instance, the legal framework, the 2000 Oyo chieftaincy law talked about it talked about 5 key areas. One is the recognition of 2 ruling houses, the Aguloye and Alowolodu. These are the 2 rulers that were recognized by the law. Secondly, it talks about rotational occupancy, that it has to be alternated between these houses. It talks about eligibility requirements, that before you can contest, you can aspire to be a king or to become an Alaafin, you must be a male of the descendants of the family that is to produce, because it's going to be alternated. It talked about the final decision that will be made on who becomes the Alaafin, that which is the prerogative, the authority, the right, the power given to the Oyomesis under the leadership of Basharon, the Prime Minister.
So are you saying the new Oba has not met all of these requirements? If not, just none of these requirements he has met? It
has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the violation by the government of the state under the leadership of Governor Seyi Makinde. It was a brazen violation of customs. It was a brazen violation of our laws. So what I am saying is that the Oyomesi has the power for selection, because the law empowers the Oyomesi to select who becomes, and it has its procedures. Okay, when the late Alaafin died, the late Lamidi Adeyemi died, may his soul rest, there are procedures. The Oyomesi wrote to the government that since Alaafin had done, after the completion of both official and then traditional rights, and they said we need to start this to have. So they wrote the government replied. Alaafin died April. By July, the Oyomesi assumed their constitutional role. They wrote to the government through Atiba local government under whose jurisdiction Alaafin and the Oyomesi operates. They wrote to the government, we need to start this procedure. By August 5, approval had come. Commence the process. They did. By September, they did the interview, they conducted the interview and all the screening for all the aspirants. 84 of them were involved, including this individual that the governor declared in his